Welcome to the Man United show. We are live. There's some devastated Man United fans. They started off well. It looked like it was turning a corner, a bend, stepping over cracks, whatever it is. Yeah, Man United were looking better tonight. All of a sudden, complete and utter capitulation. Coutinho came on and he was doing it for the Scousers out there as he gets the equaliser to draw 2-2 with Man United. I'm joined by my co-host Nathan Ellington and guest Garth. How are you doing, Garth?
I don't have words at the moment, really. So poor. I mean, we'll get into it, but you say we look better for about 12 to 15 minutes. So, but yeah.
All right. That's a progression. And of course, my co-host Nathan Ellington. How you doing, Nathan?
Disappointed. Very disappointed. Very disappointed.
All right, we've got Paul in the comments. United too big for Rungnick. Not even spelling his name right. He ain't having it. Paul is not buying into Ralph Rungnick. Rungnick is what Paul wants to do to the geezer at the moment, it feels like.
Yeah.
All right. Nathan, give us a brief
flip's sake, mate.
Summary of your feelings and the game.
Listen, we started the game off, looked pretty bright, moving the ball very nicely, and we just looked like we might be able to do a bit more. We opened them up a little bit. Not that we had clear-cut nice chances, but we was opening them up a bit more. I was thinking, we got a chance here. We have that free kick. Fortunate keeper lets it in. I know Cavani's in the way, and he kind of, he's making him think that it might go a different direction.
Never offside. Never interfering with play.
No, nowhere near offside.
No,
Martinez needs to. There's an absolute stinker.
It looked
like
it could have been one of those ones, innit? But it wasn't. When you look to the right, it's fully onside.
Yeah, it's fully onside.
Then we get another. I think the next chance was Greenwood. Then after that, they just controlled the game completely till half time. And I was like, we're lucky to not be down here. I mean, to not have let a goal in here. But at least we're playing a bit better. And then I was like, we need to get a handle in the game again. And I can see where our problems are. It's again with the Fred situation. He was playing in claret today. He was wearing claret for sure. He was our worst player today. It's good, the bad, and the ugly again, but too much of the bad. And I was just thinking, we need Donny in here to control this game again. I even put it on Twitter. And second half, they're controlling the game, playing full-out attack on us. Like, Coutinho comes on and it's just set up for him to get a goal, that isn't it? And obviously Bruno gets that first one lucky. Second one from we steal the ball from a mistake. Luckily 2-0 up. And then I'm thinking, right, we're going to see this one out. We've been defending pretty well so far. We've let them in a few times too many down the sides. Dini's looking pretty good. And, we're getting overlapped. And I was thinking, okay, that's all right. We've not letting the goal. And then bang, 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 goal. Bang, 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 Coutinho. I'm like, what is going on? We're 2-2 and we're going to lose. I said, seriously, is Rangnick really waiting till we're 3-2 down before he brings on someone? And Van der Beek, at least, to shore things up in midfield and gain control again.
Donny do say. 2 minute Donny. 2 minutes left.
Front, in the cam position again. Hey, I'm lost for words for Rangnick as well right now. I'm lost for words. He better show me something, otherwise I'm not having him at all. Anyway, that's me done.
Let's quickly. Paul says, that was the Rungnick comment. He says, it has to be said, played better under Ollie.
100.
Why not, says Paul, are you smoking the hard stuff? And he says, Paul, do you remember Everton 3-3, exactly the same. Nothing has changed. Garth, give us a little brief summary before we go into the player ratings.
Well, that's going to be fun, player ratings. 15 minutes, we looked exactly like what obviously in Ragnick's dream world is what we're going to play like. But I was thinking then at 15 minutes, you can't keep this up for 90. You can't.
Why was that? What, there's too intense?
Far too intense for a team that for 3 years hasn't done this sort of play. I mean, I'm not saying they're athletes, so conditioning will produce longer stints of this hard press. You know what I mean? But you can't keep up. We scored a goal. We did what you've been talking about Arsenal doing for a long time, which is we then sat off almost. Like as soon as Aston Villa got a bit of impetus in about the 22nd minute, we looked scared to try anything after that. You know what I mean? We didn't want to lose. We got lucky with both goals, in my opinion. And we got lucky with the point, to be quite honest, because if they had another 10 minutes, I reckon we would have lost that game because they were in the ascendancy, hard in the ascendancy.
They wanted it, didn't they, towards the end? They weren't just going to take a draw. They wanted to get there. They were going for the jugular. They wanted that 3 points.
So, poor.
Not good enough. All right, let's go to the player ratings. David De Gea. 7. Nathan's not happy. Golf. David De Gea.
Yeah, it's a little bit against my the way I like to do things, given a goalkeeper that's conceded 2 or 7, but he deserves a 7 because we could have conceded 5. You know what I mean? Yeah, he saved us again. Best player on the pitch, I suppose. Yeah, 7 all day, 7 for him. Yeah.
All right, brilliant. Okay, Dave says gets a 7. Victor Lindelof.
I think he was playing again. He didn't look like he made any mistakes, but we conceded 2. I didn't see him anywhere in the middle, especially for the second goal. Where was he? Why was the Tellez there and Varane there? Where was he? Where was he? He's a centre back. Why is he not an essential part of the centre? That's the only problem I see with Lindelof. He played a good game. He actually played all right, but where was he when the going got tough, really tough? Where was he? He's not even in there marking anyone. I didn't even see him in there. So I don't know. Maybe I don't. I maybe have to see it again. But he didn't play that bad. I'm not going to give him. He didn't play bad. To be fair, I'm going to give him a 6.
I feel like with Lindelof, because I know he gets a lot of criticism, but I feel like he's a squad player because it's like all I hear a lot from you because I watch him and I think he's not that bad, but then all I hear is he's not made any mistakes. He's not that bad. Now that's not the bar for Man United. Not being that bad. Exactly. The bar for Man United is
he's good.
Top draw, world class, international class. He's not that bad. He didn't make a mistake. Like you want a bit more from your defense now. Like you've got Varane there. You want something more from your defenders. Not digging out Lindelof, but yeah, it's just an observation. Would you give him 6? Garth, would you give him?
Yeah, I'm going 6 as well. The problem with everyone saying he ain't that bad is the flip of that. He ain't that good either. And exactly what you just said. He's a squad player, and he is. You know, and it's fair play because we need them. But yeah, if you go back on that game, what did he actually do? A couple of good clearances, but yeah, 6 because he didn't play horrendously badly. But yeah, 6.
6 for Lindelof. Raphael Varane.
He's impressed me once again. I liked him. He won pretty much a lot of challenges, all them duels, the little battles he had with Ollie Watkins and whoever he came up against. Really, his distribution was very good. Left foot, technically on point, mate. Left foot, right foot. It doesn't matter what foot you give it to him. He will find his man. He's, doing things under pressure. When it was too much pressure, the ball was bouncing, he thought, get it out of there. He's a 7. He played well, man. He played a 7 for me.
All right, 7 for Raphael Varane. Garth, Varane?
It's a high 6, low 7. 7. The commentators tried to make out like he was to blame for the second goal because Coutinho pulled off it, but I'm not having that. He had to cover the space.
He has to cover that space.
Exactly.
He has to cover that space.
And then the next centre back should be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, unless he's at the front post and you've got your fullback covering at the back post. So
yeah. So yeah, 7, low 7.
Well.
Yeah. All right, 7.
He played well.
Let me go to the comment section quickly before I lose it. Ragnick is a teacher, not a manager. Paul is not having it, but he hasn't since day one, to be fair. David De Gea, 8. Lindelof gets a 6. Overpaid prima donnas. Paul, not happy. Keep going.
Wow.
I need to hear more. If Rangnick is a teacher, he has a class full of delinquents who need a serious behavioural adjustments. All right. Why not? It's not happening either.
Great analogy. What an analogy. Quite great, eh?
Varane gets a 6 from Why Not as well.
Why not?
Dello.
He was on for playing a pretty good game. He did well on the ball. Obviously, you can see why he's playing in terms of that distribution and being able to play balls. And he's just technically better. His body shape's better. He moves forward and back. He's more nice and fluid. But again, you see where the defensive side, I'm not sure it's his fault much, but I'm sure that wouldn't happen to Wan-Bissaka defensively. Like, he wouldn't get behind Wan-Bissaka that easily. And I just think they're the little times where you think Wan-Bissaka would be better that way. But again, it's just one of them things. We need to go in and get like a Lamptey or someone who can go forward and probably go back as well. I think they're both. Forget about Wan-Bissaka for now. Anyway, I'm giving him a 6. I'm giving him a 6 because he was on for a 7. And then we just conceded, and then it was down his side as well. I'm giving him a 6.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I didn't see Ramsey under too much pressure on his cross. I can't remember where Dallo was for that either. Garth, Dallo.
Yeah, it's a 6 for me. We need medical science to get to a point where we can splice Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Diego Dallo together and create a decent fullback. You know what I mean? An all-encompassing fullback. So it's a 6. Exactly what Nathan was saying. He was on for a 7. There's going to be a lot of these players that were on for 7s because they didn't really do much, but then we capitulated somehow and conceded 2 goals at the end. So 6.
Exactly.
Rah! I didn't know this. I can't believe that was Donny's 50th appearance for Manchester United. Ridiculous. More like 50 minutes. Like, if he had got 50 minutes, he might not be asking for a transfer request. Like,
exactly. I don't think it's that he got to 50 minutes yet.
He got 2 minutes today. He come on for 2 minutes.
That's liberties.
Liberty, yeah.
Hey, at Sunday League, when you're brought on for 2 minutes, you're like, nah, get out. I've had people tell me to F off and start smoking a cigarette. Do you know what I mean? At 2 minutes there. Nah, he's taking the mick, kids. Taking the mick.
Yeah, that's when my chance come about.
You're like, don't worry, kids. I've got this. Comes in with a goal, and I'm like, see, I told you.
Yeah, it's disgraceful. We'll get on the Van der Beek in a minute. Disgraceful.
What we're doing to it. It's not fair. It's not fair. 2 years. That's 2 years of his development, which is absolutely ruined. Tell us.
I liked what he was doing first half as well, getting in behind, playing 1-2s. Nice play. Doing 1-2s, coming onto it, nice. He was doing pretty well. I think he played. Again, it's like. You know what? I think he played like a 7, to be fair. All in all, I think he played a 7. He did pretty well. I liked what I saw from him today. I liked the way he was getting forward and the balls he was looking to put in. He just provided that something from the left, which is definitely a bit more than what Shaw's been doing of late. So, 7. All
right. Was Shaw injured?
Don't think so. Just not in the
No. Yeah. Don't think so.
That's good though, because look.
I'm happy.
He made changes.
Making changes and seeing
He made changes.
No Maguire. Love it.
Tell us.
Yeah. Because Tellers for me was on for a high 7, so I can't go below a 7 because I enjoyed what he was doing today. He did exactly what I asked for in the last show, which was get down to the flank and whip a ball in. Like, just get down there, play the overlap, get a ball in. You know what I mean? Like, and so he did it. So yes, it is a 7 for him. You know, if you wanted to be really harsh, you could give him a 6, but he did enough for me today. He really did. I enjoyed watching him. I really did. So 7 for Tellers.
It's a good player to keep Shaw on his toes, but it'd be nice because Shaw is the better player. You'll get a better all round. If Shaw's at his peak, he's quite a bit better than Tellers, but he's just too on and off. Fred. I thought my mic was off for a second.
Nah, mate. You know what?
Right,
Fred, sit down. Sit down, mate. I was playing well. I'm watching it. I'm like, Fred, what are you doing? He was on the ball, and like there's no one even pressuring him, and he tried to play the ball to Tellez, and it got cut out. No one near him, no one pressuring him, and it got cut out. And that's when I thought, what are you doing, Fred? What are you doing? And then he just lost another ball and another ball and another ball. And I'm like, Fred, what is going? We could do with. I'm looking at the team and everyone's playing all right here, but like Fred is non-existent. So it would be nice to see Van der Beek in there, and then things will happen. But things are not happening again. We're playing all this good stuff, but minus the one thing you need, that is sitting on the bench. And Fred is there killing it, stinking up the place. He's in the engine room, dripping oil everywhere. He was not good, mate. He was not good. He was a 4. No, you know what? I'm taking the mic.
You're not
bad, but he made an assist. Then he made another assist for them, so he kind of cancelled himself out. I'm going to give him a 5. I'm not going to go less than a 5. I'm giving him a 5 because he had good, bad, and very ugly involved all in all. I'm giving him a 5.
Yeah, but bad and ugly is 2 negatives. So
good, bad, and ugly. He set up a goal. He put a good ball in left foot as well for Elanga early on. He did play the ball, like I said, it was the setup for Bruno. Won that ball, and then, like I say, he's going to get a 5. He's getting a 5.
Paul says one day De Gea will have a bad day and we get hit for 6. Oof.
Yeah.
Could have been 5 today. Easily could have been 5 today without De Gea.
They were the better side. They were the better side overall again. And how we started so well and then they become the better side, it puzzles me.
Go Fred.
Well, you've talked me round, Nathan, because I was going 4. I was going 4 because I was so pissed off with Fred today. Like, everything, he got an assist, but like, he just doesn't give us enough in that midfield. Like he just doesn't. This is what I said last time. These 5-yard passes he can't make. When it's reactionary, like that pass for the assist, fine. You know what I mean? No problem whatsoever. And I've seen players like this before. You know what I mean? Like, but the moment he's got to think about saying it's a 50-50 whether it's coming off, and the problem with Fred is when you're playing centre midfield like deep, like we're playing with him, you give that ball away. The fullbacks have already bombed. The fullbacks already up the wings. And
first few minutes, remember where we got out of trouble on the left, and then we give it to Fred, and then he took 2 touches, and then man just took it, and they nearly went and scored. I was like, oh, good job we got that blocked, and I think Lindelof ended up winning the ball, but again, that was right outside the box. Lost and could have been a goal. You're not quick enough thinking, lad. You're not quick with your feet. Get out of there, mate. Get out of there.
Yeah, my problem, and that's my problem as well. Why Ragnick didn't see that on 60 minutes and be like we're saying, get Van der Beek in at 60. Like,
right,
yeah. No, do you know No, I'm not. I'm being harsh. You are right. I'm being harsh. It's a 5. It is a 5. I want to go 4, but I can't. You know what I
mean? Say a high 4.
Yeah, high 4. Yeah.
15, minute 15, minute 32. And no, I can't. Dying.
If I go
high 4 for Gal.
Yeah. High 4. Yeah, 4.9.
You don't do points.
I know you don't. That's why it's a 5.
Matip.
I think he played all right. He did what he needed to do. Then he got a yellow, and it was a bit difficult for him to not really get stuck in. But I think he played like a 6. Everyone was playing quite well at one point. Everyone was playing like a 7. Then they dropped off a bit. So I'm going to give him a 6, to be honest. He done all right. Yeah. If he was with Van der Beek, he would have just been perfect. No struggles. But like I say, we was under question.
Have you seen that yet? Have you seen it yet?
We saw it against, like I said, we saw it against Everton pre-season. That was the best midfield we've had, and then we never went back to it. Oh well. And against Watford away was the best midfield we've had again. We've never gone back to it. Anyway, God.
Yeah, but you lost 4-1 against Watford.
No, we were losing, and then what happened was he came on half time and we were killing them. We were all in control. We got the goal. Then Maguire got sent off. Then we was back to wall again. We were absolutely firing that second half. I remember once Van der Beek came on. We're keeping the ball very, very well. They were chasing everything after then. Before then, we weren't chasing nothing. They were looking like prime Real Madrid again, and they were bottom of the table. So, you know, that was the difference. But anyway, I'm a broken record now, aren't I?
All right.
We all I mean,
you can add a positive spin on anything, but you were 2-0 up and you drew 2-2. It's hard. It's hard to come out of that and thinking and talking positively because you're frustrated.
Oh, mate. It's not. It's not.
Garth, Matic.
I'm actually going 7 for Matic. For me now, Matic has proven that he's the best of the defensive midfielders with a pass on him that we've got in the team at the moment. I'd play him over Fred and McTominay basically every week if he could handle it. So it's a high 6 again, but it's a 7 because of that. You know what I mean?
He's only got to do it in the Premier League.
Yeah.
One game a week.
Yeah.
But if you really want to look after him, it's one game a week. You're the Prem. We've got these other 2 for Europe. You're going to have a double pivot in Europe anyway. You won't be a bit more defensively. Let the forwards do their business. But in the Premier League, especially against lower league teams, you do not need Scott McTominay and Fred in that central midfield. You just don't need it. Sorry, carry on.
With Matic playing, like exactly what Nathan's saying, you don't need McTominay or Fred. You have Matic and Van der Beek playing. Clearly, but that's a different conversation, obviously. Yeah, for me, he done well until his yellow card, and then it became very difficult for him to do his destroyer role, if you will. You know what I mean? So he had to just lay off a little bit. But for me, he got a 7, just about. So.
All right. Bruno Fernandes with a brace today.
Yeah, he done well. He scored his 2 goals. But when you think about it, the first one was lucky. Second one was, it's fortunate to win the ball back up there. But overall, I don't like his distributions become rubbish, mate. Like, his crossing crap. The corners are crap. The balls in are just dips. All the balls are dipping. He's got to learn to hit the ball a different way. I don't know why he's doing that all the time now. But you know what? He gave his all. He worked hard. He did keep the ball a lot better than before. But if you score 2, you're gonna have to get a good. I'm giving him a 7. I'm not giving him more than that because he didn't play that well. He got 2 goals, but unfortunately, so I'm giving him a 7 today. But I do want to see a lot of improvement from this guy because he can do it. He can be a lot better than what we're seeing. And at least this is a step forward. At least he's got 2 back on the goals trail. So hopefully, he can continue this.
All right, it's a 7 for Fernandes. If you're watching on Twitter, come over to KS1 TV. I'm going to put the link in the description to the pod. Come and join us live. Don't be shy. Bruno Fernandes gets a brace. I mean, there's got to be. There's a positive there. He's not been scoring recently. As for the crosses, I don't understand it. It's a bit like the free kicks as well. For years and years and years, people have been scoring free kicks, putting in crosses, normal way, whether it's a fizzer, head heights, it's got to be a little one of them, or it's a floater. All of a sudden, people want to start putting the dippers in, don't even get far past front post, and it is infuriating. Infuriating. Garth Fernandes.
Can we just talk about that stat I saw on screen as well? That we've had 105 corners this season and haven't scored 1. Did you see that stat come up on the screen? Yeah,
no.
It was 100. It was 100 when the stat came up, and we had 101 when the stat came out, and we had 4 in that game. So yeah, we've had 105 corners this season now and not scored a goal from it. We're the only team in the Premiership not to score. Sorry, the Premier League not to score from a corner. So
that's fun.
Wow.
We've had the most. Did you see the other stat about the most saves in the Premiership?
De Gea, yeah.
That just says it all, innit? That just says it all.
More than Norwich.
Wow.
That's bad.
Wow.
Exactly. Back to Fernandes, he scored 2, so he gets a 7, obviously. But exactly, Nathan, it's almost like he's now become like the flair player who's trying all of these cute passes and flicks and then he gets upset that the player's not there, and it's like, you give it to Fred, mate. Fred ain't gonna be there. You know what I mean? Or so it is a 7. But for a man who scored 2 goals, it's this hard to give him a 7. Just shows you exactly what that game was all about today. You know what I mean? I'm struggling to be like, it's a 7, it's a 7. But he done well. He controlled the ball better. But when you really think about it, how many clear-cut chances again did we? Like, I mean, clear-cut. I know we had enough shots from coming in like angled shots, but when you really no, not really. So yeah, 7, high 7, I suppose. But he scored 2.
It's disheartening, man. It's disheartening.
Yeah.
All right. If you are watching on Twitter, come and join us live in the chat. I've just put the link to the show in the comment section, so come and join us live in the chat. We want more people in there. All right, cool. Fernandez with a 7. Edison Cavani.
Quite quiet again. He's not really set the place alight recently. He's just been working hard, tirelessly, running around. Link-up plays kind of off a bit as well. Didn't really do a lot for me today. I'm not really having, he was there playing, and you're thinking, if he comes off, can we just put Greenwood up front and then put someone else on the right or something? I was just thinking that, but he just didn't really do much. He worked hard, but that was it, mate. I'm thinking he's getting a 5 today. I'm not even giving him more than that. He's getting a 5. He didn't really do much. And that's not fair because Fred was worse than him. But then I think Fred brought up his score slightly by getting that assist. So luckily, I'm giving him... It would have been like a higher 5 than anything. So it wouldn't be anywhere near close to the low 5 or the low 5 of Fred. But yeah. Anyway,
a high 5.
There's a big spectrum in that 5. You know what I mean? There's a lot of levels.
It's only going to make his day. He's talking about a 5.
He made one good run in the box. I remember that. Really good run in the box. He was lively in there, but because we're not bringing much in there, again, it's like, what's the point? Making all them runs and no one's going to really get... Well, Telly's put the ball in that time, but, anyway, go on.
Right. Paul says star players are the problem. Fernandez is giving up too easy. Don't stop moaning. Cavani can't press for 90 minutes. Garth, what do you think of Cavani?
I don't know if he can't press for 90 minutes because he seems to have the energy to do it, to be quite honest with you. But it's just like Nova's saying, what's the point when no one else is around him at that stage? If we'd continued, if we'd continued like we did in them first 15 minutes, I think Cavani would really benefit from that being in that front position, if you know what I mean. But you can't. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is a 5 because all his running came to nothing. I can't give a man a 6 just because I saw a load of effort on the pitch. You know what I mean? When that effort came to absolute zero end product. So like it's harsh actually. No, it's a 5. It is a 5. It is a 5 because he didn't do nothing really. So
yeah, we all saw the same game, didn't we? So
yeah,
I'm sure we're kind of big.
Yeah, I mean we're trying to squeeze out some extra points for these players.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
trying. Mason Greenwood
worked hard, tried, had some good runs, good little link-up play. Yeah, had some good shots as well. A few good shots and a few obviously off. A bit better than obviously last game where he was having P-rollers all over the place. I just think, yeah, he looked a bit dangerous. I'm giving him a 6. He's not a 5 and he didn't get a 7. I'm giving him a 6 today. He deserves a 6.
All right, Greenwood gets a 6. If you are watching on KS1 TV, you are watching the Man United show, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe button. Oh, there we are. Boom. Greenwood with a 6. Garth, what are you giving Greenwood?
It's actually a 7 for me for Greenwood. I actually enjoyed watching him play today very much. I like a striker that does that though. So this is a personal thing for me. I love to see, like, one of my favourites was always like Del Piero, come down a wing, cut inside, try the shot. You know what I mean? So it might be a little too high in reality, but the moment he starts being like proper, just foot through that ball and whirling them, we're going to see a different Greenwood, mate. We really are. Like, he's going to be
up front again. Yeah,
exactly. I thought the same thing. Take Cavani off at 60, move Greenwood into the centre, bring Sancho on. Lean, you like. Yeah. That's what I thought. I mean, I'm not a manager, so maybe I'm wrong there, but like, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah, because Cavani, like I know what Paul was saying about Cavani can't do it for 90 minutes. I understand what he's saying. He was looking a little leggy towards the end, but just rest him. If we know, like, you want to save him for these important games, you know what Cavani can do. Like, he will pop up and score a banger winner for us in some games. But the lack of subs again is upsetting me. It really is. And the Van der Beek ain't that anyway. Yeah, it's a 7 for me for Greenwood. It is.
All right, 7 for Greenwood. Alenga gets enough start today.
Yeah, Elanga worked real hard. He was leading the line of the left really, really well. He worked real hard, pressed them, ran at them, did everything he needed to do, to be fair. And he justified his start. He really did justify his start. He got cramped near the end, I think. So he had to come off. And you know what? I'm giving him a 7 today. He worked really, really hard. And he had some end product to his game. He had a good shot. Unlucky to not be scoring as well. So, to be fair, 7. Nice, strong 7. 7.5.
We're gonna get him doing points soon.
No, you're not. You're not.
Paul, what a statement that was, Paul. What a statement that was, Paul James. That was pretty much one of the best statements I've seen.
There we go.
And I like Bruno as well, but I love that statement. That's showing some thought behind it there. That is showing some real thought.
You impressed Nathan here. I don't even know what it says. I'd sell Fernandes, bring in Van der Beek and give Pogba a new contract. Will give us much better shape than we will see the best out of Rashford, Greenwood, even Martial. Paul, that's not a bad shout. Do you know what? That must have taken so much thought, because you must have been stewing over this for weeks. Because I've not seen anyone talk about giving Pogba a new contract at all.
Selling Bruno.
And selling Bruno and talking about keeping Martial as well. Wow. Great statement there, Paul. Great statement. Garth, Alenga.
Yeah, for me was very similar to Greenwood. So it's a 7 again. I liked Greenwood and Alenga today. They did what I'm guessing Rangnick wants to see, which is like forward momentum, but with speed. You know what I mean? Like just like Greenwood had that. Do you remember that run down the flank where he just took out everyone? Alenga had one of them where he weaved into the middle and then just got the ball stuck under his feet. This is what I mean about both of them. Different day, they may have put us 2 or 3-0 up with inside the first 20, 25 minutes, and then the game's done and it's different. You know what I mean? But they didn't, so they're not getting the higher numbers. It's a 7 for Alenga.
Yeah. Who else? It's Lingard. Didn't play. Did he come on the same time as Van der Beek?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
they didn't play.
Yeah,
I'm not even giving anything for these guys. 2 minutes. Van der Beek, they're taking the mick out of him. They want him to stay, don't want him to play, and just giving him 2 minutes.
Oh no, that's a joke.
50 games.
That's a joke,
mate.
That is
and then
you're
bringing him in Cam as well, just to make it even worse. Putting him in Cam. I really need to just get on the phone to this Rangnick. Listen, guy, you said everyone's saying you're the man. What are you playing at? You're on my screen right now. I'm watching you on the screen. What are you playing at? Please.
It's a disgrace how we're treating him. It's an absolute disgrace how we're treating Van der Beek. Like,
Give us a little brief on before we go into Rangnick. Garth, what's your thoughts? 2 minutes, like on a serious note. He's been given 2 minutes when it's 2-2. What is he meant to do there?
In his wrong position as well. Nothing. Mm-hmm. What is he meant to do? Absolutely nothing. And he almost won the game for us as well. If you remember that shot right at the end that got blocked, could have won. Yeah. Like, and I liked it when he come on as well. He was like giving it the
come on,
get the mentality.
Yeah, but mate, he's brought through the Ajax academy. They brought up in a different way. It's the same as Barcelona. It's the same. They have that same thing. They're brought up with the strong mentality. That's why he's being a professional. That's why you're not hearing stories. You'll hear the little bits and bobs. Yes, he's frustrated. He wants to play. He wants out. He wants to go to a club where he's going to feel loved. Yeah, but he's been professional. And he comes on and he tries his best when he comes on. He needs to go. I'd be pushing hard for a move. I'd be knocking on the door and saying, no, I'm done here. I'm done. Like, let's get serious. You brought me on for 2 minutes. What's the point? It was 2-2 for 20 minutes. Like, what's the point? What's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Like, he must be so disappointed whenever they put the team sheet up, every time that team sheet goes up. I bet he doesn't even look anymore, you know what I mean? He just walks out the change room knowing he's going to be on the bench, you know what I mean? He knows. The only thing I think of is, like, I think someone said in the comments, he must be stinking up training, but I don't see how, because whenever I see him for a couple of minutes, he looks good. So
Ragnick's just said, though. Ragnick just said he's been a model professional in training. Done very, very well in training. That's why he wants to keep him. Yet he doesn't want to play him. Like, it doesn't make no sense. I think he thinks we're too vulnerable at the back, so we got to stick with these two midfielders. I think that must be what everyone's thinking. Listen, who's the best defensively? Right, who's going to win and rat everything? Right, Fred, get in there. Who else have we got? We've got no one else. It's Matic. Matic, you get in there. I don't care. We're just going to have to make do with that because we can't handle the back. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you've got to do something very soon. All these other teams don't even have the luxury of these kind of options at the back and stuff. Why can't we just go for it? Just like, look what Gerrard's doing. How many attacking players did he just bring on? Listen, you get on. Hey, listen, you get on as well. You as well. He didn't care. Love that. Harry Maguire
never put a foot wrong today. He didn't.
He gets an 8. He gets an 8.
He done really
10 for Harry Maguire.
10 on the bench.
Nice to see the overhyped Freddie Flintstone. Won't say that. Grabbing some splinters. Yeah, well.
I'll give Ragnick his due. That's a 1,000 move IQ as well. That is, by saying that he will always be captain when he's playing, and then stick him on the bench. You know.
Love that.
Yeah. He'll always be captain, just when he plays. You're never playing again. So. Justice for Donny.
You know.
Yeah. Hashtag free Donny. He was on the bench. Yeah, he was on the bench. He was dropped. Yeah.
Fully dropped.
Donny Van the bench. Absolute liberties.
Oh, Caletto.
Caletto, you're coming on the show, mate. 100% you're coming on the show. Don't let us down, though. Don't get on here. You'd be like,
no singers.
Rip that. Like, let's see if he's got it.
Yeah, you got to. You're coming on the show, Chris. We'll definitely speak afterwards, mate. 100%. Every single week, whether it's Man United. The only thing is, it's an Arsenal fan.
I don't care. You're coming.
He's an Arsenal fan. He comes on the Arsenal show.
You're half Man United, half Arsenal. That's what you are, lad. That's what you are.
All right. You got fans over here, Callisto. Ralph Ragnick. Paul ain't having. Let's see what Paul says first. Let's see what Paul says. Paul says, "I'm not having Ragnick. Every game we have won, we could have easily lost." What's your thoughts on today's game, first and foremost, Nathan?
Ragnick. Well, on Ragnick, let down, mate. Let down. I've been waiting to see what this guy's all about. And seriously, he's letting me down right now. I know he's changing up the team and he's making some bold moves now, but it's too slow. He's making the moves too slowly. The one thing what's glaring and which he should see is that we need to play football in the engine room. Go and bring in some player from somewhere. Tell him, listen, we can't wait till summer. We can't wait. Get it done now. Or say something on the telly that makes us understand why you're playing those two and not putting Van der Beek in there. Because that's one thing. It's a crime. I'm saying it because it's an absolute crime. And I'm 100% sure that when he comes in, he's going to do me justice. And this fool Ragnick better fix up. He's not a fool, but seriously, Ragnick, please start doing what you say you're about. Just go and flipping make the subs early, man. Can't make subs with 2 minutes left and we're under pressure for the whole second half. He's getting a 4. He's getting a 4.
Right. Ragnick gets a 4
today
from Nathan. Nathan gets a 4. Garth, Ralph Ragnick.
Yes, very similar for me again as well. You know what I mean? Can I push it to a 5? No, I can't, because exactly what Nathan's saying, what I've been saying for a couple of games now. He doesn't seem to want to make subs when, like, and I know I'm an amateur watcher of football. You know what I mean? I'm not a manager. I haven't got that tactical nous of a manager, but I just don't understand why you wouldn't be changing it up. Like, why you wouldn't bring on these quality players we've got on the bench. It's not like we've got like scrubs on the bench. You know, it's not like we've got a load of youngsters on the bench that can't play. Like, we've got quality, high-class internationals that can change the game for us. 2 minutes is unacceptable. What's he going to do in the wrong position for 2 minutes? So, yeah, it is a foul. Like, you can see the rent's going to start soon if I keep going about it.
But Aston Villa, yes, they brought on Coutinho, but they brought on Chuck Winner and Courtney Howes way before. Like, they brought on 2 youth players, 2 youngsters to try and change the game up. And they did. They did.
That's what I mean. Got on the attack, blitzed us, and got their goals. Simple. 2-0 down against United, going, listen, boys, we're still in this. We can still get the game goals back. And then they were like, we can still win. We can win this. How bad is that? When do you see City go down and everyone going, yeah, we're still in this? No chance. There is absolutely no chance at 0-0 against City saying we're still in this. But against us, 2-0 down, we're still in this. Man,
Van der Beek is just the latest flair player to get murdered at Old Trafford. Murdered. Stu says, good to have you back, Stu. Veron, Di Maria, Mata, etc. I think Mata is a crime against football. I think like 3 years he's not really played any games. There's not enough technical players to allow them to flourish. It's cultural. Do you see that? Do you see that? You think it's a Man United thing? So when they say it's not the Man United way, you're thinking maybe we need to adapt. Maybe we need to change that Man United way.
Yeah, spot on.
100%. Them boys, they could play in Man City right now and not look out of place, and no one would say that they're the end of their career, like Mata. You think he's the end of his career? Put him in Man City and see what he does. Just setting up everyone for fun, scoring goals. He'll be just like the Silvers, just like the other Silver, just like everybody that's there right now. They've got that something that our other players don't have. We only have 2 of them, and that's Mata and Van der Beek. They're the only 2 that have got them brains like that. And anyway, we just can't. We can't mix it up, can we? We can't mix and match. Oh,
stressful. All right, let's. Where did you end up in the table today? Man United are currently sitting.
Don't.
No,
7th, 8th,
7th, 32 points. Only 1 point behind Tottenham and 2 points behind Arsenal and 5 points behind West Ham United.
With 2 games in hand. Yeah.
And with 2 games in hand. Oh,
no, we haven't anymore, have we?
No, only on Tottenham.
Yeah,
only
on
on
2 games in hand.
So
no.
Aren't they on 20 games?
Tottenham
they on 22 games, and we're on 20.
Tottenham on 18 games. I mean, you don't be looking down. That's Wolves. You've got Arsenal on 20 games, same as Man United, and West Ham on 21 games.
Yeah, that's
what I realised. You can look all up and down the table at who's got 22 games, but you ain't there.
It's not about that, is it?
There's Man City and there's Chelsea. They're on 22, and Man City have won the league already.
Oh yeah,
56 points. They've got a cheat code, mate. And they're not even using it properly. Man City have got a cheat code, and they take away a striker. They do it with one hand behind their back, like Ronnie O'Sullivan playing with his left hand. They're taking the mick. They're taking the absolute mick. Quick question. What is the Man United way? Okay, you can answer that. What would you say the Man United way is, Nathan? The Man United way of playing that maybe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was talking about before when rumours came out that him and Phelan were saying, that's not the Man United way of playing. This is how we should be playing.
The Man United way is wingers getting down the wing, crossing balls in, fullbacks coming, supporting them or overlapping them, getting balls in, and strikers in the box scoring goals for fun. Midfielders scoring and chipping in with 15 goals a season. That's the Man United way. We are nowhere near the Man United way because we have fullbacks cut. Well, I'm not even going to talk about why. That's what it is.
Yep.
Go on, Man United way.
Attacking style of football. On the front foot for 90 minutes. You put the opposition on the back foot all that time. You never let them breathe. And then you're 4-0 up by 70 minutes. Then you can breathe. You know what I mean? And youth players, and exactly what they were saying, wingers, getting the ball into the box and not treating players like absolute turds as well, like Donny van der Beek. And like you say, like Mata. Like, it's disgraceful the way we're treating players at the moment. I know that's cultural as well. I know it's not the play on the pitch at the moment. I understand. But yeah, the Man United way is fast. It's what I was saying about Elanga and Greenwood. And that's why I enjoyed watching them today. That's the Man United way. Pick up the ball and run.
Yeah, I think Stu, one of the players that you mentioned there, Veron got game time. It just didn't fit.
Oh, he's a player. I love
He just didn't fit Man United.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Matt has got 50 goals and assists for us, hasn't he? But he just hasn't played in the last few years, which is a wind up. He's only 33 as well. He's only 33 as well.
Yeah.
So that means he was 33 years ago, and then we weren't even playing him.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
No sense.
Surely Rangnick applied for the United job using his son's Klopp and Tuchel's CV.
True. Very, very true. Very true.
He did. Very true. All right. So what now? What now, Nathan? You're not that far off. Look, you're still European position right now. Champions League. Listen. You're still European position.
There's no point even talking about Champions League.
Whoa. Come on.
Are we really talking about Champions League?
Now, come on, let's get serious. Let's not do what another channel did to a team a few years ago. You are still in it, all right? Yeah? You are 5 points off and a game in hand. You win that game in hand, yeah, you're 2 points off of full spot. If I told you you're 2 points off of full spot, would you then tell me you're nowhere near the Champions League? You wouldn't. It doesn't matter how you get into the Champions League this season.
Oh, get in for next season.
I don't care how you get there. Just
no. Get there if you can. Are you saying about getting into fourth spot? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still on. That's fine. That's on.
What I mean.
What I'm saying is Champions League. You can write that goodbye today.
Oh,
we are not winning no Champions League.
No, you're not winning the Champions League.
We're probably not even getting past Atletico.
You've got Atletico.
Yeah, we're probably not getting past those.
Yeah,
we are struggling against everybody, and we ain't even got options anymore at the moment. People are away. People are injured. Like, who are we gonna really play against these boys? We're gonna get turned over, mate. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. We need to change something up. Where's Cristiano? Is he injured still, or is he not injured? I don't know. But we hope that he's not injured when it comes to that Champions League games. And I hope that he goes, listen, Donny, you'll play Champions League. Forget the league. I'll put you Champions League. We're just like, it doesn't matter. We're going to lose anyway. I hope he just does something like that. And then he just proves that he's way better than the other team. You know, that's all I'm hoping, because we are. I'm watching. Look, I've come to this game. I'm excited again, just because it's United. I'm always excited. I'm always hopeful that something's going to change. And we get a little bit, but then it's still... I'm deflated at the end of the game. I'm sitting here just wanting to I can't wait till Wednesday, where we got a big, tough game against Brentford. Tough, mate. Tough. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose. I'm making them favourites already. 100% they're favourites. In my eyes, they're favourites.
Wow. Now that we've had that positive assessment of Man United's chances of Champions League, what's your assessment of Champions League, or going forward for the rest of the season? Can it change? What needs to change? What are Man United not doing at the moment?
Right, there's so much. But if you were to ask me to put £1,000 on Man United making top four this year, no, mate, I'm not that confident at all. Period. The key statement you made was you're only 5 points off it. If you win your game in hand, mate, we can't. Nathan's saying we're struggling against everyone.
Yeah.
Period. Brentford is the game in hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the game in hand. Yeah. So no. I can see us slipping if we're not careful down into an 8th or a 9th at the end of the season. I really can. Like knocked out in the round of 16 in the Champions League, and like FA Cup. Yeah, we've got Middlesbrough next. Like get past them. Then who? Once you get like. I am not confident about making the Champions League this year at all. Like, I'm not going to say we can't, because of course we can, like you said. But yeah, there's no. I say £1,000. I wouldn't put £20 on it at the moment. I wouldn't want to waste a pound coin on it, because it's. In my mind, we're so far away from being a top 4 team at this precise moment in time. I can't even justify saying that we'll make top 4. Not in front of you boys, not in front of Arsenal, not in front of West Ham at the moment. So
it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, does it? It doesn't seem like we're not confident it's going to happen. Of course, it can happen.
Yeah, of course it can.
What we're seeing, it's not definitely not confident about it.
I just think look at the points that you've dropped even recently, like, and you're still only 5 points off of that 4th spot. That's crazy.
And we played who? Think about who we played. We played the lesser teams, which we're supposed to have won all these 10 games on the trot. I said we should win these games easy. And we haven't. So imagine when we play the bigger boys, when you other guys have played the bigger boys, You might have drawn or lost, but we've drawn and lost to these teams that we should beat. So now come to later on when you guys play them teams that you should beat, you'll probably beat them. And then we'll be even lower down. So, nah, mate. We're not going to this year go and beat the big boys and lose to the small boys. We're losing to the big boys and the small boys at the moment. So, I don't know.
All right. So, next game is Brentford on Wednesday. It's going to be a tough one away. They're in that. They might be in that patch though. You know that patch when new team, great start to the season. In that patch where it's a bit on and off, bit hit and miss. Very good coach, very good manager.
They'll be prime Real Madrid.
But don't let them play like that though. That's the key point.
They'll be prime Real Madrid. I'm telling you.
All right, thank you everyone who has joined us tonight. Paul, it's good to see you again. Calesto on form as always. Stu Mac, good to see you again. I hope you've pressed that subscribe button. Everyone else who has been watching, if you're watching on Twitter, please press that subscribe. Come over to KS1 TV. It wasn't on Facebook tonight. There's a problem with the setting up. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. They've put some sort of ban. Don't know why. I'll have to ask them. And what else? Yes, if you are watching on KS1 TV and you are new to the show, press that subscribe, press that like, and press that share. Thank you for joining us tonight, Nathan.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us tonight, Garth.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
All right, people. Peace out. Stay safe. And wash your hands.